What's up, guys? CTTV, Mr. Platano Man, Platano Games here, playing Battlefield 2042 on the PlayStation 4. Now, it's important to note that I'm playing the PlayStation 4 version on my PlayStation 5, which um, pretty much means this is the optimized version of the PS4 version, showing the PS4 version in all its strengths. That being said, it might be similar to what you would see on a PlayStation 4 Pro. I have played the game also on the standard PlayStation 4, not the PlayStation 4 Pro, and the game plays good on the standard PlayStation 4. I will say that when you first join a room, there are some loading problems sometimes, but beyond that, all right, got everything. Beyond that, beyond the loading problems, and what I mean by that is textures loading in or the player model loading in when you're first starting the round. The game looks really good. Kind of like what you see here. You see the textures still loading in. That's more present on the standard PlayStation 4. Look at this. PlayStation 4, a console that is 8 years old. The same console that released Battlefield 4 can produce a game like this. Look at the track marks on the sand, and this is all last gen. So it is important to note Battlefield 5 also released on the PlayStation 4 and played excellent on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I just saw that. Look at the lighting on that. You see that just has to do with memory issues. You can see that the lighting is still there, so from far it'll still give that effect, but it's more present when you get closer. The game handles 64 players. Like I said, this is the latest patch that released on November 25th. But um, the gameplay is great. The detail is there. You can see that guy kind of floating across the map instead of running. But again, this console is now 8 years old, and well, the console that it runs on, PlayStation 4. And there's certain things they have to do to streamline the experience, but a lot of those things kind of fix themselves. It's mostly when the game is first starting, and I'm gonna play this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play the whole game, but in order to get the full experience and detailed report, I suggest you guys watch as much as you can. See me engage a couple enemies, so forth. Now the patch addressed a bunch of small issues. We have another patch scheduled next week, and another patch scheduled before Christmas, according to Dice. So we still have two patches on its way. It's kind of cool that they're releasing them in small portions so that we can get the updates as fast as possible, no matter how minor or big. They've made some improvements to being able to spot the medics. There was a medic right over there. If they're close enough, that is. Look, I think that's a friendly. I don't know what he's doing, but it's kind of fun these moments after you die to see the game in action. The graphics look great. The gameplay is great on PlayStation 4. So if you're waiting to upgrade to PlayStation 5 before purchasing this, just know that the experience is very similar. I mean, there's nothing that compares to the PlayStation 5 version. but the experience is
If
very
we don't
similar.
stop them, they'll take
Now,
every sector.
on the PlayStation 5 version,
Sector
this
Alpha has
section is
fallen to the enemy.
accessible, and there's more sections here to the side that are also accessible. The maps are just that much larger. And I even think there's another locations here to the side, but I could be wrong. But the maps are twice as big because there's twice as many players. But if you're
One of our
still
objectives is under
on
attack.
last gen, there's no shame in picking up this game for last gen consoles, especially if you enjoyed Battlefield 4 on last gen consoles. Then you really have nothing to lose because this is essentially a gift to Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 and Bad Company fans that have been longing for. Oh, my grenade actually killed him. I wasn't even sure if he was still there. I have to change the.
Bravo 1 is under attack.
All
Enemy
right, there you
forces
go.
control Sector Charlie.
There'll be less recoil now. Okay, could have sworn there was a teammate next to me, but the Ranger started shooting me first. So this is uncut. Uncut. I'm not hiding any faults that the PlayStation 4 version might have. I'm showcasing it in all its glory for you guys to see and judge for yourselves. As you can see the lighting, everything looks good. If I showed you a screenshot of this and told you it was the PlayStation 5 version,
Hostiles attacking Bravo 1.
you would probably believe me. I thought the other elevator was opening, so it opened, but they got to him. So if I showed you a screenshot of this, oh, you would probably believe me that this is the PlayStation 5 version. It looks that good, it plays that good. There's no shame in playing this version. And I played a lot because I have a PlayStation 4 Pro in the same room as my PlayStation 5. And when my buddy comes over, we play the PlayStation 4 version. I
Allied
will
forces dispense
say
substantial resources.
that I really
Allied
want
troops attacking Bravo 2.
an option to play on the PlayStation 5 version in PlayStation 4 rooms. I know PlayStation 4 players can't play with PlayStation 5 servers because of the player capacity, but it should only take a minor patch to be able to allow PlayStation 4 players and PlayStation 5 players to play together in whatever kind of rooms the console can handle. So it'll essentially put us in 64 player rooms like I am now. I'll just be playing on the PlayStation 5 version. Because I do have to switch
One of our
between
objectives is
both
under attack.
versions, which can be annoying when I'm doing a live stream. And I have
Objective
to
lost.
switch
We'll
the
need to
games
retake it.
and end the live stream if I'm not streaming from my computer. So I do want that option for PlayStation 5 players to be able to play in PlayStation 4 and Xbox One rooms. Pretty simple. It's not out the realms of impossible and so forth. This looks incredible, man. Sometimes I'm playing the PlayStation 4 version with my friend, and something so amazing will happen that I think to myself, this is why I bought a PlayStation 5. And I get so excited. I'm trying to resist. Oh, that was
Sector
kind of
Charlie is under our
cool.
control.
That felt realistic. The pinging system has to be improved. And the only reason I say that, it might have already been improved, but sometimes I'll ping something on my screen and I'll look over to my friend's screen and it doesn't show the ping on his screen. So that being said, it might be improved. I don't know. I would have to wait till
One of
I
our objectives is under attack.
play with my friend again. But beyond those texture problems that I had loading in, please point out any problems that you see at first glance on the PlayStation 5 version. I mean PlayStation 4 version, because it's hard for me to really see anything. Damn, I think I saw an enemy back there. Nope, it was a street light. Now let's try out the infamous,
Need a transport delivery to my marker!
infamous hovercraft. Me and my friend were able to push an objective with this. Yes. Are you kidding me? Oh man, I should have really looked up. That's like actually hilarious because now I can't even call another one in. All right, let me place the
Need to take
order.
that objective!
We'll monitor you from here.
You see, there's much more control with shooting
Reloading!
than there was before the patch. I see an enemy right there.
Move the...
We have full control of Sector Alpha.
Switch.
Both sectors are now under our control.
Ooh, I switched to single fire and I clipped him, but he was able to get me.
Do
Escape
not
artist.
come to me!
That's also my tag.
Stay back! I'll fix myself! No!
What
Stay
is
away!
that?
Don't help
What's
me!
that
They're attacking one of our
green
objectives.
thing?
Don't come to me!
All right, I'm gonna come
Do
back so you
not
check this.
come to me!
I'm curious to see what that is. And we could go ahead and switch to Mackie so
Shattered
we
is
could
strength.
have
Just need to hold together.
more options with our approach. Oh my goodness. I saw that they nerfed the Nightbird a little bit, but
Enemy has secured Sector Bravo.
maybe not as much
We have
as I
lost control of
thought.
Charlie 1.
Not that it should be nerfed too much anyways. It is a helicopter. Or I'm not going to be able to see that thing. And we're losing this match
Got to start
badly.
securing sectors. Enemy has
We're
majority
going to play
control.
for a few more minutes. Let's go with Boris because we might run into some infantry.
Still holding out. We're at half strength. Friendlies are
There's
engaging
a
Bravo 3.
problem with, I noticed this yesterday, with the Rangers. From far, you would see a enemy Ranger or an ally Ranger, and there's no indicator on top. You see how I could see the indicators for my teammates, but not for the ally Rangers.
Friendly
Oh, I
down.
broke his armor. Well, I hit his armor.
I do not want help!
If you're a fan of Battlefield 4 and you enjoyed it on PlayStation 4, I do recommend you check this game out. If you're hesitant on buying it, EA Play, you get a 1 month for like $5, I believe, and you'll be able to have a 10-hour trial of the game. And it's
Our forces
important if
control
you don't
most
want to get
sectors.
charged again,
We
you
captured Sector
deactivate it
Charlie.
right away, the renewal, but I don't know if you're gonna want to. um, if you didn't use up all those battlefield hours, or if there's something else that you would like. But I definitely think the game is worth purchasing. If you wait, it'll only be better, I'm sure, because they'll add more content. But if you wait too long, there's not gonna be anything. I- He doesn't know I saw him. Woo! You really have no idea who you're dealing with. I am the clown prince of crime for Battlefield. That's how I felt about that. See, my field of view allowed me to see him creeping. I don't know if he saw me creeping, and I don't know what killed him, whether it was the sentry or my magnum. I'm gonna have to run that back to know for sure. But that was very satisfying. Just look at this. Look at this map design. We could have a covert sniper right here while we attack the objective so that we could continue to respawn. Or if it's hazard zone,
Friendlies
while
are
we
engaging Bravo
approach
3.
the extraction. It's very slick um, level design. It's creative. I'm sure the concept art to this game was amazing.
New supply drop ready.
The lighting kind of transitioned a little weird there, coming out of the storm.
Friendly down.
Oh my god, headshot. I noticed you have to kind of shoot them ahead a little bit. Oh man. You could tell when I'm playing for fun and
No
I'm when I'm
systems
playing for
destroyed.
objectives. I don't even know what the score is right now. I know we were losing earlier, but when I'm playing for fun, I do not care one bit about any of those objectives. I just have fun. And in this case, we are losing, but we could actually still win. So maybe I should try to win. We have too many people at C1 for us to be losing the objective. Oh, we have people. Ooh. Almost. I want to go for those two because they're going for A1. Also, somebody's trying to snipe me.
They took
It's
Sector
pretty
Charlie.
hard to snipe, so you're gonna have a couple chances. You might actually.
We don't stop until we take every
Woo!
sector.
Headshot. Headshot. You might actually run into the bullet by mistake by moving back and forth. Whereas if you stay still, they might miss you. Oh no! Oh, they were gonna get me now because I was laying down.
We've got troops going for
Look,
Bravo
I got
1.
6 little measly kills. But like I said, I'm just having some fun right now. 31
not
versus
want help.
32. It's beautiful to see such a successful launch. I was a little worried about the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One player counts. Oh man, because oh man, because when the game came out for early access, oh man, Portal had low numbers, and that's the only mode where you can actually see the servers. And Hazard Zone was taking a long time to get into. But I theorized maybe it's just because it was the early access period. It'll be better to wait till the game launches. And the game definitely had a successful launch on last gen consoles. Because now Battlefield Portal is being utilized. We have full servers on Portal, Hazard Zone, and the main all-out warfare experience. Oh man, he turned it up. Huh, that must be frightening. You know what? I didn't know that I just had a sniper. I like the way this building is buried in sand. Oh, was that a headshot?
Most sectors are now under our control.
I'm telling you, if I just uploaded a bunch of highlights
Control of an objective.
and you weren't looking at the player count, you probably would not know that this is the PlayStation 4 version.
Bravo 1 is under attack.
The game just has this amazing sense of scope. Battlefield 5, like I said, is probably the most incredible Battlefield I've ever played so far. I expect this game to overtake Battlefield 5 for sure, especially if they add some of my Battlefield 5
Captured
maps
sector Alpha.
onto the 1942 and Portal. The only thing I could see holding that mode back in terms of what they could add, because 1942 could have a lot of content added to it just from
Bravo 2 is under siege.
Battlefield 5, because that game is fairly recent. Came out in 2018. So, that being said,
We have a man
oh,
down.
oh snap! I didn't even notice that was a bad guy.
He's hurt.
So I could see that game getting a lot of content real easily, and it won't be too difficult. That game mode. But the only thing holding it back, I'm guessing, from having all these maps in full detail, is the possibility of it increasing the install size too much. Right now, the install size, don't ask me how, but it's very, very low. I believe last time I checked it was at 40 something gigabytes, which is a dream come true for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 version players. And that's on the PlayStation 5 version that it was only about 40 gigabytes. So that's incredible. So I'm thinking that's the only reason why they wouldn't want to add too much maps. But if somehow they could stream the maps without having to install them, which I don't see if that's possible, then oh, sorry, buddy. Oh, let's just go in there.
Allies engaging at Charlie 1.
Oh, I wanted to snipe him.
Sectors retreat.
All right,
Lost. We don't need any
PlayStation
losses
4 version, thumbs up.
Are you really surprised? A good day's work.
Like I said, some of the textures loading late.
Spectacular.
but those things tend to get polished, and sometimes it's to improve the overall experience. But that was fun, and I love that I can switch between the PlayStation 5 version and the PlayStation 4 version and have the same amount of fun on both. But if you really want to see me having a lot of fun, because I have fun here too. But I also have a video for the PlayStation 5 version with the new patch. And it's one of the videos there, but you can also find it on my channel, on my Battlefield playlist, which should be easy to find. It's one of the playlists at the top of my channel. My page has over 10,000, well, almost 10,000 videos.
Come on,
And
let's get out there.
yeah, so that was the PlayStation 4 version. And let me just show you what I was talking about real quick as far as Portal goes. I love Hazard Zone, by the way. All right. So when the game first launched, that's what you saw for the early access period. And I was like, damn, Portal on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is dead on arrival. But I was wrong, and I did want to wait till the game launched because, as you can see now, look, Middle East War, they just added the ability to create rush modes on 2042 maps. People have been combining all the maps that the game has to offer, which is the ones that 2042 launched with, and the six classic ones found in Portal. As you can see, at this time, it's really early in the morning right now, but at this time of day, some of these have small counts, but right here, look, sniper warfare, snipers only. Um, Once you start getting up here, you can find a bunch of rooms. And on the PlayStation 5, that goes up to 128 players. You could also fill it up with bots. So there's options there, and the bots get replaced with real players as they come in. But yep, that was Battlefield 2042, the brand new patch on PlayStation 4. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Peace.